the truth is everybody thinks it's like glitz, glamour, party, chicks, fucking all this other stuff, and the truth is it's a farmer's life. And it's like no other farming out there because it's a farming that was outlawed. And so you had to get way the fuck out of Dodge so you could have the one up on the police. Wasn't even called Heroes Harvest when it started. It was just the idea of giving free. It was just MedVets. It was giving free cannabis to veterans. So Heroes Harvest was the idea of giving a label to the program to utilize a broken law that finally came around. And it's like what do? You use what you can use. You use what's in front of you. So Senate Bill 34 finally came out.
That's going perfectly.
Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back, brother. I'm off in the middle of taping, okay?
I'm the one to come see you.
No, you go for it, Doug.
I know.
Look at this lollipop.
Put this in your hand.
Look at the top of the jar.
Oh, that's cool. That's with the little tear.
The little lollipop, yeah. Right? Look to you. I look at the lollipop on top of the jar.
We're gonna get our jars. We're gonna get our jars. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's go get our jars. Let's go get our jars for the boys. Yeah. Oh. Let's get our jars. Come on. Come and get our jars.
You remember when Carl's Jr. came out with the CBD burger? Dude, they did a stunt. Carl's Jr. came out like on a 420 with a fucking CBD burger. What up? You know what the fuck? This shit.
I know, it's crazy times right now. Fuck, man.
Crazy times. One of the things I found consistently about the people I run into up there, like of the ones that really are on the side of like the Boveda side, they talk good shit about you.
That's good.
They talk. Right there, indoor grow. For sale.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna pull in the ropes on all this because right now we're starting to bring the harvest in. Getting these jars today allows us to take these to Steve at the Gondry. Steve having the Gondry means he'll put them into the pack. We've got Nat from Madrone going out. He's picking up stuff. He's going to take it to Steve as well because they're going to do all of our packaging over there at the Gondry at one place. So then we're going to turn around with that between the two of them. Then we're going to distribute between the Gondry and Dragonfly Wellness, and we're starting right there as a beginning point to kick this all off. So we've got everything in alignment. Once it gets over to Steve, then we can turn around and get with Josh down at Infinite Chemical Laboratories.
Yeah, that was the one thing that Claire was asking for. Is she was wondering when we thought we were going to get flour down to the lab. Not
right now finalizing that.
So it sounds like we're in the works of everything we need to do.
Today we're getting our jars.
Yeah.
Right. I got to get on the phone with Pat Case and find out if they're going to do the, if we send them the logos.
It's going to take them 6 to 8 weeks to do it that way, or we can just have these guys do stickers and have stickers applied rather than having it burnt into the case. They said 6 to 8 weeks to get it.
I'm okay with the 6 to 8 weeks because what we don't have anyone right now doing is creating pre-rolls for us, so we have the time.
I've got a guy in Oakland who can help us when we're ready to do the pre-roll stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's head on in. What's going on?
How are you?
You know I'm blessed. Make it happen, right?
What you got there?
Oh, yeah.
So don't worry about the top cap label right now. We're just having some issues with the printing, but we're fixing that. They'll be fixed, probably film that last possibly, because they're working on it. But yeah, they got the wrap on there. That's just my sample that I pulled out on the side.
Cool.
So,
Look at that.
so it's much smaller than probably prefer, but
I like it. I got to get a picture of
you
that.
know, we can fix that the next round. We can make it white instead. You know, it's up to you.
So question.
Sure.
Does the file I give you actually have this camo in the back?
No.
You created all that? That's sick.
I figured something that would match the aesthetic, something that would be a little subdued.
That's awesome.
You know.
I love
Some
it. I
premium
love the
look.
little digi camo tying into it, the MedVets. It's got the, you know, the stripe here. It's got all the correct information. And then right here, we got the QR code. This is going to be on the splash page where we get off into stuff. So this is sick.
Jeff, hey, man.
What's going on, brother? This is sick. This is
Yeah, it turned out good, huh?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm stoked about it. It's exactly, it's right in line with what I was thinking when we talked. He and I worked alongside this to bring this to life, but to see it in a jar, I mean, one of them like bring a tear to your eye things. I've worked real hard to get to a point to where we could legally get cannabis to veterans. And you guys being a part of this is amazing, and I'm very thankful.
Absolutely.
Man, no, it's good to be a part of it.
This is going to be great. We've got a chance to go out since we last met and visit a lot of our families out in the mountains and get to know them and get to know their stories. And I think that's what's so magical about what's going on, because we're not just, you know, we're beginning this and we're beginning to brand this all out and bring it together. But honestly, this QR code is going to be telling all the story. It's going to let everybody know who's behind it, who our affiliate partners are, who we're working with, who we're growing with. And, you know, Brand King's a big part of this. To be able to have this jarring, it's as you well know, it's an integral part. If we don't have the correct jarring, we don't have the correct labeling, we don't have everything in alignment, then we're out of compliance.
We should do this when we don't have all these people, like he's saying, like we're wasting
We
time
can
right
find
now.
some spot too.
Yeah.
I got it all set up. It's just pretty much, you know, watching it right now. One solid roll. So you got the gloss here. It prints on it through here, throws on the laminate, comes through the die cutter, and after it die cuts, it peels all the excess off, and then it rolls the other stuff right here, and then what you do is a finished product of that. So all the excess that comes off just gets put onto here, and then we either recycle it, and it just goes its way. I'll hit the start button, and you can kind of see how it goes. A lot's been done since the last time we got here, brother.
Yep. We had to improve the operations and get it
So this
still
is,
organized.
Cool, so this is our whole little setup here?
Yep. Gotta run your jars today.
Okay, awesome. Come up on the table. These come in here?
Ready to go. 32 jars. That's fast.
32 jars. Look at that. 32 pack, right? A lot of people going out getting their 30 packs of beer. We got our 30 packs of cannabis right here waiting to get out to our veterans. This is getting real, folks. I love this. This has changed dramatically.
Yeah. Now we're trying to become a full service branding company, whether it's, you know, labeling the jars, providing the jars and caps. And then you go in here, like these are machines that we're doing for vape tubes. Now these are stamp head machines. These are for bags.
Are these versatile?
Yes, these are. Like this same type of machine, then you can do the cap. The caps are the hardest to do because getting a round sticker on a round cap, getting that centered, any little bit makes it look off. So this one actually is the most challenging.
I like your little
California approved hat there, Red.
Oh yeah, gotta keep it legal.
Yeah, man. This little sample. Yeah, man. Right? Packed with freshness. We got the Boveda seal right there, so we know that our medicine's fresh, coming right off the farm. So right now, the way what happens is they can get an eighth a month for free while supplies last. You know,
How much have you got so far?
We're gonna have over 3,000 eighths and 5,000. If this is correct, now don't quote me on this one, but potentially up to 5,000 pre-roll packs that have, and I don't know if they're half gram or 1 gram, but up to 5 grams in a pre-roll pack that will be set up, and we got donations from Pack Case on these. They look like missile silos. I showed them to you. So
that's the here and now for the pilot program.
for another pilot program, come in, prove you're a veteran, sign up, give the information. So you're enlisting as a MedVet. Is really what it is, and let's call it what it is. That's really what we're talking about. You know, the individual coming through enlists as a MedVet, and that's a free aspect of this. It's not something we have any direct requirements today of, but it's something that people will come to know because we'll actually have it to where there's an enlistment pledge in a program to where you understand and identify as a MedVet, whether you're the helper, the receiver, or someone, you can enlist and be a part of it. You know, kind of a scenario. All these different things that people talk about and all these stereotypes, and what it was is a misclassification of something that should have been available medicinally to us as a natural herb, and instead it became a drug. It got looped into the drug war because it was financially and politically something that could be done, and everybody has their views or whatever. Do what you do. At the end of the day, we were outlaws before we were in-laws, and I've been smoking weed for a long fucking time before it was cool. And it's helped me through a lot of my life. Let's see. Get it. Get it. Look at that. And if we focused our efforts on the essential critical workers that are in cannabis and doing that post-harvest services, I think what we can do is we can actually tandem our motion right now coming off the captain's quarters, get that thing lifted up online, boop, 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 so it's going to be a consistent run and having that go. The other great thing is that having these guys in here. So you and I are going to have to sit down and go through specifically and create an initial rough draft program we want to run for the first 5 guys I bring in. And the reason I say 5 is because initially 5 is partially manageable initially, right? You can deal with that initially. We can go look to, there's enough around here and around there to keep 5 people busy doing shit in general, working toward their goals.
Right, absolutely.
So but you get to 10, it becomes too much initially. So what I think we can do is, rather than looking at this from a lodging standpoint, rather than looking at this like an inn, because all the inns are failing in themselves. They're running on borrowed time.
As far as how it's
set up right now, how COVID and everything has changed the model of running. Like traditionally, we could have turned this thing on, just said, okay, we'll work with it as it goes, and just had a steady stream of people coming through.
You said there are spiders over here, right?
Yes.
What sorts?
The ones with multiple legs.
The 8-legged kind.
How long do you think it was since anything was moved in this
Well,
room?
since the wall has been painted 2 different colors, and that was the perfect shape of that. And then the walls look like they're
around.
The walls themselves look like they're about 10 years old.
around the fucking.
They painted around
Literally,
the
that's been painted. That was remember that was over there. That's literally painted around that. And the walls themselves look like they're at least 5-6 years.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that probably hasn't been moved since. I mean, look at the carpet. Well, it was straight green yesterday.
Or don't. This shit's fucking. The crazy thing is how many thousands of hours and volunteers I've had here over the last 8 months to get it to this place.
But I can do my little swimming pool thing. Give me full sun, big bud plants. I can put 5 of them out there and get 50 pounds. 10 safer.
Right.
But it's an easy thing to do. Just daily. You got to put your hands on it.
Right. So I would be interested, because of the fact that you have a dual situation going on and you have certain things that are going on. I'd be interested for you and Nelson to come over, check out the base.
I'd love to. I'd have to find transportation, but I think I could get.
I'll bring you over with your dog. I got no problem with
They
that.
didn't have to come just for a day run.
Well, yeah, we'll come over there and I'll bring you back that same night. And I'd like to take you over and show you the base. There are going to be times where I need help, where I can hire you.
I think you might have, if we can get to know each other and it all still works, is I've been stressing lately because of the rent being behind, and because that just puts, I don't care how he handles his life. I tried to guide him and help him, but I noticed things change a little bit when he started doing this, and it's because of COVID he thought he could do it. You know, but that doesn't mean free rent. It just means still gonna get paid somehow, some way. You know, they're just gonna increase the rent by half for the next 6 months or whatever it takes.
Right.
But if they don't make him take it out, but I care about him a lot. But if he's not going to listen, then he's not even talking about it much. You know, I think because he knows what I feel about it.
Right.
You know, I won't be somewhere not welcomed.
And so here we are. We turn around and we've come to this new age market, but even there, it's a fight. Everybody's fighting to try to make it. And you're asking a lot of people to jump through a lot of hoops and a lot of hats to do what they were used to be able to do. Back in the day, I would have came up here during Prop 215 and grabbed up these pounds, grabbed up these donations, and I'd have got them out to people who needed them. And that was one of the beauties of that time.
And I'm walking, I strap stuff, and I'm so strong now.
So, what's the long-term goal? I mean, well, a mid-term, say. Statewide next after this, or another local county, or
County to county.
just one by one? Okay.
One by one, county to county. If a county invites us, I don't usually build the fire further than I'm willing to carry the wood. You know what
Yep, totally get it.
So financially, I can't bite off more than I can chew and jump out of certain lanes. Really, the first focus really is county to county here in California. We're starting up here in the northern area. But if there's something and the right thing happens in the right county and they have the right support for us, there's nowhere in California that we couldn't start another chapter of MedVets and do this. But we're really using this prototype that we're building here to be duplicatable in any city that we show up in. From the opportunity housing, because it's so much more than cannabis. I mean, we're talking today about Heroes Harvest, but it's so much more than cannabis. From what we do to work at the animal shelters, from our opportunity housing, our veteran labor force, our licensing opportunities. There's a lot here to the program. Heroes Harvest is a culmination of the work that we've been doing in cannabis. And we've just now finally given it a name for the public to identify to.
Hi. 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 Oh, hi.